Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 79, and today we're returning with the final episode of Season 9, the season finale, as we face Athletic Bilbao in the Europa League final, in the biggest game of this series so far. Of course, you missed our last episode, you would have missed our final two Premier League games where we drew away at St Mary's and then lost at the Etihad to the eventual champions Man City, which meant we did finish outside the top four, as was to be expected, in 5th place in the Premier League. So no qualification for the Champions League once again. However, of course, if we do win this game, our first ever European final, that will put us in next year's Champions League. So it is the biggest game of the series, our first ever European final, obviously only our second season in Europe lest we forget, and a chance to win a domestic and European double in the series as well, for the first time in the series as well. And yeah, I'm really excited for it, and hopefully will come good. And now, for those who didn't see Bilbao's team in the last episode, this is their current squad. Mancini's in charge there, and they got some very decent players, a lot of good young talent. Bilbao, of course, they got a Basque only policy when it comes down to player recruitment and player selection, if you will. And yeah, there's some good players. This is probably the star of their team, a 19-year-old wonder kid attacking midfielder. He's going to be one to watch in this game, and perhaps a player that we might take a look at in the future as a possible new signing at the Den. But they've got some decent players regardless, though. Lots and lots and lots of good players. This one as well, and another attacking midfielder, looks really, really good too. 8 goals and 11 assists in 38 league games in La Liga. But it's going to be a balanced game, though. I think, comparing the two teams, they're very, very similar. We are considered slight favourites here, but I think it's going to be a really even game, and it could go either way. So this is then Europa League final, and I'm excited for it. I really, really am. It's been a fantastic season regardless of what happens. Finishing in 5th, a record high for us in the Premier League, reaching the Europa League final, winning our first piece silver in the Carabao Cup. Whatever happens today, it's been a great season, but let's see if we can end strong and qualify for the Champions League. And now, our team for the game, as always, is the 4-2-3-1 we play in Europe. It is our best system in European football, and one of our strongest possible lineups. On the injury front, Chilwell's out for the final, the Dream's out for the final, but neither were going to start regardless, and of course O'Connell is unregistered. So this is our lineup then. We've got Pekovic in goal, back for retirement, Allsop, Ferencik and Ranieri, with Paolo and McKennie, our CMs. The attack midfield trio, Louise on the left, Webster on the right, and O'Reilly is the advanced playmaker. And up top is Julian Benker, expecting a big, big game from Benker tonight. He's back in his native Austria for the final. He's got a hat-trick in the Carabao Cup final. He's the top scorer in the Europa League, going to win it back-to-back. Benker's going to explode tonight. 4 goals in 15 minutes. Anyway, on the bench, Lunin, Maori, Pingu Dobby, Menji, Marek, and John Black as well. So here we go. It is the final game of the season. Europa League final, our first ever European final. Let's get the trophy. Come on, you Lions. Just take a look at the Bilbao team. They still have Iñaki Williams and Ika Munian at their side, although as you can see, they are beginning to decrease in terms of ability as well. But again, the guy I'm really mindful of in this game is this guy here, Laraniga. I think I called him Laraniga. Looks very, very good indeed. And yeah, I think we can score against them tonight. I really, really do. I think we've got a good enough team to get goals against them. But I think keeping them quiet is going to be a really difficult task for us to do. I think we probably will see both teams score tonight at some point. Hopefully, we'll score them more goals. So I'm going to say, these fans have been fantastic for us. They're the ones who really pay your wages. Go out there and win this for them. And no one's bothered. Come on, lads, it's a team game. So let's go out there. Is anyone going to get any kind of... There we go, we've motivated Paolo. And that's it. So Paolo's the only player motivated for the Europa League final. Not exactly the start to the game I wanted, heading out of the dressing room. Here we go, Europa League final. I'm so excited for this game. Come on, Millwall. Never a good sign, that, is it? You're heading into a big game in the season and you can't motivate more than one of your players in the dressing room. Here's O'Reilly to McKennie, though, and our first chance could fall early 2 minutes in. Ranieri crosses, there's Benker on the ball, the danger man. He will keep hold of the ball and play it back towards Weston. And the American looking for space here finds Matt O'Reilly, who we know can strike him, and O'Reilly gives us the lead 2 minutes in. I say every time he scores a goal, he's an unsung hero, but he's not, because everyone knows how good this guy is. Matt O'Reilly, a key member of our squad, if not always in our first 11, puts us a goal up inside the first 2 minutes. Weston to Matt, great finish from just outside the area, into the bottom corner. 1-0 Millwall, perfect start, come on. So it was all eyes on Julian Benker heading into the game, but instead it's Matt O'Reilly giving us the early lead. But here come Bilbao. I said both teams would probably score tonight, and here come our opponents. Nice ball out wide towards Iñaki Williams here down the right-hand side. He crosses, Ferencek deals with it, only temporarily though. Danger not fully away. Here's Laraniga, that danger man. We've got the ball clearing now. Chance on the break here. It's Benker on the ball, getting away from the number 5. Keeps hold of it. O'Reilly's going down left-hand side. He didn't find him. He finds Webster instead. He'll look for O'Reilly, but it's dropped to Benker off the post from Julian and cleared away by Bilbao. First chance for Benker, probably should have taken it, had more time there, took the shot on first time, hits the woodwork and still 1-0, but a great start, let's keep it up. And another chance here, but it looks like we'll come to Bilbao, their first of the game, as they're working out wide towards Ika Munian. Back towards the number 16 into XB, and now Laraniga and Allsop get to the way, but Bilbao starting to put the pressure on now. We had that chance on the counter, but they're beginning to attack us and look for an opening, but instead we're defending, we're dropping deeper a little bit here, but once we get it back we're attacking in numbers. But now we've got our foot on the ball here. Timon back towards Carl Allsop. Now we'll just work it away from the back here, no need to just launch it long and look for a quick counter. Just keep your foot on the ball, pass out from the back. We're good enough, we're a team of passers, we've got a lot of good passes out there. Let's just retain possession for a second as Ferencek finds Clinton Webster, and Webster on the ball, slides it through, Julian Benker, 2-0, I knew he'd score tonight, back in Austria, he's reclaiming the golden boot, and he's put us 2 goals up 23 minutes in. Webster, out of the academy, probably the best academy player I've ever had in FM, with the assist, and Julian Benker, he was going to score at some point tonight, puts us 2 goals up, with a nice little finish, 2-0 Millwall, what a fantastic start. It's also 40 goals in all competitions for Julian Benker this season. We gave him that 95 grand a week contract. We said, hands off Monaco, he's going nowhere. We got rid of that minimum fee release clause, and this is exactly why. He is the star of this team. He's a world-class player, described by the media, and he turns up in big games as well. But here come Bilbao. They're trying to reduce this deficit, half deficit right now, and get back in this game and not let us pull away. Iñaki Williams down the right side, crosses, nice ball. Bautista off the woodwork, and Ranieri clears it away. We might be 2 goals up, but this game is far from done, and Benker's taking them all on himself. Oh, great tackle by Inigo Martinez, straight to Luis though, coming through, another great tackle, and Bilbao clear. What a brilliant first half this has been. So often in FM, the big games can be a little bit disappointing. Not tonight here in Europa League final, this has been brilliant. Paolo to Weston McKennie, and McKennie to Ranieri down the right hand side. He'll step back and then crossfield towards Josh Timon, and now also to Paolo, as we'll once again try and build from inside our own half. We're very comfortable on the ball. Even when teams put the press on, we're very good at working our way out of dangerous areas in our own half and in creating a chance from seemingly nowhere. Here's Ferencek on the ball to Ranieri, and the right back towards Peck, which I'm fine with this. I'm totally fine with this. I know we're keeping the ball on the ground and we'll find an opening. Here's O'Reilly to Benker, and Julian slides it back into O'Reilly. Goal scorer's linking up, and now Louise gets in on the act, who crosses, and Benker, golden chance for Benker to back his brace. He could have had a hat-trick already. Highlight for Bilbao though, and it's that wonder kid on the ball down left-hand side who crosses, and it's hit a crossbar. That happens quite often in FM. A cross turns into not exactly a shot, but a wayward cross almost sneaks in off the woodwork, and that is the 3rd time in the game we've seen the ball hit the woodwork. Twice by Bilbao and once by us as well. But still 2-0, and that should do it for the first half. Benker did just pick up a slight knock there. You might have noticed it, but he seems like he'll be okay to play through it. God only hopes that is the case. But as we're still leading by 2, and as things stand, well, we're 45 minutes away from our first piece of European silverware. So say nothing at the break, that always jinxes you in FM. Go straight back out there. Same sort of performance in the second half, and this trophy will be ours. Come on. Football is a game of 2 halves though, and Bilbao had the first chance of the second half. Munian's cross, headed away by Carl Allsop, and danger is clear for the time being. But, Bilbao have not played badly in this game at all. Hit the woodwork twice. Obviously, that header from Bautista almost went in, but as we still are leading by 2, we've played well out there. I'm just mindful of the fact we've missed some good chances in this game, and that might come back to haunt us. But we can get a 3rd goal to start the second half off. That would be brilliant. Louise on the ball. He's been relatively quiet tonight. Crosses and finds Julian Benker and gets in on the act. It's an assist for Louise and a goal for Benker, and I love our front 4 in this system so much. All 4 of them today have turned up with something. Louise and Webster have got assists. Benker's got 2 goals. O'Reilly's got 1 as well. And we start the second half off by extending our lead. Louise down left, great cross the middle. Benker is there, and it is so crucial keeping these 4 players at this club because they are so good. Louise's cross, Benker's finish, freeing it up, and they're taking off those 2 players we discussed pre-game, Exaby and Laraniga, the wonder kid as well. I don't want to jinx things. I don't want to sound too cocky, but we're half an hour away from claiming the trophy, and I think we might do that as when Iñaki Williams heads it over. But I knew just on cue if I said we're going to do it, then they'll make it 3-1 and come back. We're still leading by 3 though, and this has been a brilliant game as well. Excellent performance, and we have really turned up in the final tonight. Here's Paolo on the ball out wide towards Josh Tymon, and Tymon gives it straight back to our new Dutch midfielder for the season. Now O'Reilly on the ball gives it straight back, and Paolo will give it back to O'Reilly as these two play some 1-2s for days here, as we're trying to find an opening, as McKennie now takes over and plays it back towards Ranieri. I love the way we keep holding the ball. We rarely ever misplace passes, as Webster gets on the ball down the right-hand side. Can he take his man on a cross? Yes, he can indeed. How's your cross? Not bad. Cleared away. But Ranieri picks it up and the danger is not fully clear. As soon as we get the ball back, we look for another opening. Ranieri down the right crosses. Benker is there. And there is the hat-trick. We talked about it pre-game. We knew he would come good in his native Austria. He's reclaiming the golden boot. And he's also claiming the match ball as well. That's 2 finals, 2 hat-tricks for Julian Benker this season. This is why he's the star of the team. McKennie to Ranieri. Great cross by the Brazilian. Benker with a finish. 4-0 Millwall. Give us the trophy now. Start putting the engraving on it. Could get even better. Luiz's corner. Ferencek's header cleared off the line. And Bilbao escape. We have turned up in our 2 finals. I'll tell you that much. It's taken us 9 years to win a trophy. But now, just like London buses, 2 come along at once. As Webster finds O'Reilly. Back towards Clinton. Dispossess. And Bilbao get the danger away. But this has been an absolutely fantastic season for us. And I was thinking, if we lose the final, you know, it's just one of those things. Still been a great season. But no, these players wanted for sure to be Europa League winners. And they're going to do so. They're going to be so as well. They're putting a brilliant shift out there. Paolo to Matt O'Reilly. And I guess the question is now, how much better can it get? Paolo finds Tymon, who'll dink it inside to Luiz. And there is Webster, and Benker's hit the post. Oh, it's gone in though. And it's a goal, and it must be an own goal. It is from Ramiro, because it hit the post, hit the goalkeeper, then crawled over the line. I think it would have been Benker's goal had he squeezed it inside the post, but it's 5-0, and this has been an unbelievable season and an unbelievable finish as well. Tymon to Luiz, cross across the ground. It was Webster who knocked it back, and yeah, it was Benker's shot off the post, then off Ramiro. Oh, that's hard luck on the goalkeeper, to be fair, and it's 5-0 to Millwall. So no 4 goals for Benker, but he's still got a hat-trick. He can't claim that one, I'm afraid, but 5 goals up. What a final. So Riley's coming off for Marek Kuchar. Got the first of our 5 goals tonight. Very good shift once again from Matt. Rarely lets us down as Paolo's free kicks flicked on. And there is the 4th goal for Benker. How many more does he want to score here tonight in Austria? We knew he'd come good back home. And with 6 goals to the good and a 4th score by Benker. Ferencek flicking on the Paolo free kick. And Benker with another. This has been an amazing team performance. It's 6-0 in the Europa League final. We set a new record this season for most goals scored in the Europa League. And well, this has been an unbelievable way to show just what our season in Europe has been built on. So I think I'll make our second change here, and I'm going to bring on Dobby for Paolo, who's had a very good game through the middle of the park. And in a minute, I'll take off Benker with a standing ovation he richly deserves. So Black will come on. I think what I'll do is I'll play Luiz through the middle, because he can play there with his stats. And Black now left-hand side. Not that it really matters now with 2.5 minutes to go. But there we go. Julian Benker. He'll be disappointed he didn't get 5 tonight. He hit the post. He could have done. In fact, he hit the post twice, didn't he? Because one in the first half and in the second half, the shot hit the post and then deflected off Ramiro and trickled into the back of the net. But, you know, Bilbao had chances in the first half. He hit the woodwork twice, of course, once from that wayward cross. And then, of course, Bautista hitting the crossbar as well. But that is all over. The final is won. We've won it by 6-0 to claim our second piece of silverware of the series. And I'll say to the boys, I'm happy with performance out there. Enjoy your success, lads. Everyone's gained confidence. And for Julian Benker, 4 goals in his native Austria. I'm very proud of your dominant performance today. This guy, we can never let this guy leave. We would be nothing without Julian Benker. So what a way to end the season. We have won the Europa League. It says we've won a famous treble. No, we haven't. We won a double. We won the Carabao Cup. Oh, there we go. The English Under-18s Division 2. That's what we're celebrating, the treble, are we? The English Under-18s Division 2. And now I'm not taking anything away from the division, but I don't think it's going to be, you know, quite as high in our trophy cabinet as the Europa League and the Carabao Cup would be. But either way, we've won the double, and I'm delighted with that. We'll pay out some bonuses too. Oh, look at that. McKennie's getting $500,000 for winning the Europa League for us. We get $5.79 million for it as well. The board are happy. I've been praised by the Millwall supporters. We were actually 5-1 to have a chance of winning the Europa League heading into the competition. And it's great. Our first piece of European silverware. Absolutely delighted about that. And, of course, by winning it, it does mean that we qualify for next year's Champions League as well? I think. I'm not sure. I'm pretty confident that's still the case. If it's not, then all I've been doing for the rest of the past few episodes is saying that we could qualify for the Champions League by doing this, but actually we can't. But you do, don't you? Yeah, of course you do. You qualify for the Champions League, win the Europa League. We'll find out in a minute, I'm sure. I'm just waiting for that confirmation. Well, we got the end of season team meeting. As you can see, the players inducted into the overall best 11 squad. 4 players have been good enough to enter it. One, of course, is Julian Benker, not a surprise, and O'Reilly and Louise, no surprises there. And James Bree as well is now part of our starting 11, best Millwall 11 of the series so far. And let's take a look at the end of season awards as well. Unsurprisingly, it was unanimous. Fans Player of the Year does go to Benker with 75% of the votes, not a surprise. Timon in second with 10%, and Reddy Nowdo, to be fair, in third with 9%. He didn't have a bad season for us this year, Reddy Nowdo, so fair play to him. W1 goal of the season, that peach of a perler, that curling effort from just outside the area against Norwich. Sign of the season was Weston McKennie for this year. Yeah, I'd say so too. And the young player of the season was Julian Benker as well. And he was, of course, our top scorer with 43 goals and averaged the best rating, 7.66. Most assists with 15. And yeah, what a season for Julian Benker, and what a season for Millwall as well. So Millwall are expected to qualify for the Europa League, but exceeded pre-season hopes by securing Europa League qualification. Okay. The Lions struggled to find their best form at times, but were otherwise able to enjoy a campaign which saw them produce a highly respectable finish. It's a bit, low-key, isn't it? I mean, we finished 5th. It's a record high in the Premier League. We won the Carabao Cup. We won the Europa League. Come on, Radio 5. Give us a little bit more credit. And yes, we'll do the end-of-season team meeting then. And we'll end the season as soon as we find out our budgets. But I'm going to say to the boys, the season is finished now, and it's time to focus on what we can achieve going forward. I think we can qualify for the Champions League next year, and you need to come back for pre-season with the same level of ambition. And only one player thinks that's a bit too much, and that's Keith O'Connell, who wasn't even registered for the Europa League, so he doesn't want us to qualify for the Champions League, so he's worried he'll miss out. But obviously, I don't think I'm being unrealistic at all. If everyone gives 100%, we can achieve what I said. And again, it's only O'Connell that says it's too ambitious. Keith, come on, mate, seriously, have a bit of faith in us. So yeah, only O'Connell wasn't happy with that. And yeah, so yeah, we'll find out our budgets. I want to see if I've been put into the favoured personnel yet. No, I still haven't. Louise Benker's now made it on for his fabulous season, but I'm still not a favoured personnel. I've wanted us to Carabao Cup, the Europa League, and of course 5th place in the Premier League this year, our best ever, but I'm still not on the favoured personnel. Come on. And there we go. Here are our budgets right on cue. 77.97 mil, so basically 78 million in the transfer budget for the new season. That's actually the lowest budget we've had in quite a few years, but it is of course due to the fact that we spent quite a lot of money in recent seasons to make this team what it is right now, and our actual bank balance stands at just £51 million. That's to be fair, that's actually generous. That's really, really generous from the board there. And I'm certainly not going to be spending all of that. I want to make sure we stay out of the red. There is no way I want us to have any kind of debt in the series whatsoever again. Because that is such a stressful period in FM when you're in debt. But yeah, okay, we'll spend a little bit of that, but I don't think we need to. Just keeping the players here is what we need to do. But there we go, we're filling a corner in the Den. Fantastic. If you've never seen what the Den looks like in real life, by the way, we've got one of the most symmetrical stadiums you could ever have. It's four stands, and they're basically identical to each other in terms of the capacity for each stand, and there's no seating in the corners. But we're finally filling the corners into the Den. That should make it a little bit less windy, and we're spending 17.8 million on it. And we're increasing our capacity by about 9,000, just under 10,000 seats. We've got a capacity, was it 20,146, I think, our capacity. So, yeah, just under 10,000 new seats. So we're filling the corners in then. Is it just one corner, or are we filling both in? I don't think there's a way to find out. But, whoa, hang on. Initial estimate indicates the planned work will cost around 18 million. Is expected the expansion will take around 9 months to complete. While this development work is undertaken, the club will ground share with Fulham at Craven Cottage. Really? I said I got a soft spot with Fulham, but I don't want to ground share with another team. Really? We're going across the Thames and we're ground sharing with Fulham now? It's not exactly what I wanted to hear. What? Why? Why can't we play with the... So we'll definitely be filling all those corners in then, and we're also going to increase our academy setup as well, so that's great too. But it comes at a cost then. It comes at a cost. I wanted a stadium increase, but it comes at a cost. We're ground sharing next season with Fulham, and I don't know if when does it start? The 21st. Oh, okay, so it's actually starting today. we're starting work on the new stands, the corners today, and it'll take so we're gonna for the entirety of next season, or at least for the vast majority of next season, we'll be ground sharing with Fulham. Craven Cottage is a lovely stadium. I've said before, I've been there a couple of times. It's actually one of my favourite stadiums. It backs onto the Thames. It's a beautiful little ground. And I think it's a wonderful stadium, and it's one of those sort of like old school English stadiums. Really nice. It's got the pavilion as well. It's a beautiful ground. But I'd rather not ground share with anyone, to be honest. But it comes at a cost then, and fair enough. We'll ground share with Fulham for next season. At least it does mean that we're getting the corners filled in at the Den. So we've seen Benker break the goal scoring record. He smashed it, almost more than double than Gregor's, who set the goal record back in 2019 with 21. He's also got more assists than Ferguson back in 2017. This is Julian Benker FC now, and a new record for most player of the matches. Petkovic set a new clean sheet record as well, beating Jordan Arches back in 2017. So what a brilliant season for our players as well as the club as a whole. Reddy and Alden might be leaving the club as well. I actually don't know if I want that now. I did for a long time. I kept slagging him off, but actually last season he was pretty decent. But yeah, so I need to offer contracts to those 3 players as well, but we still don't know what's going on with the Champions League. That happens every single time you say that. We still don't know what's going on with the Champions League. Have we qualified or not? Because surely we have, because we won the Europa League. That means qualification for the... There we go. It's not said we have. We haven't got an email to confirm it, but there we go. Qualified for Champions League. And now we can all sleep soundly knowing next season we're in the Champions League, baby. Get in. So that will end today's episode, the season finale of the Football Manager series, guys. So big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then why have we not got an email? That's the one thing I want to know. It should give us an email saying Millwall qualify for the Champions League. But thanks for watching. Have an awesome evening. Hopefully you've enjoyed the season and the season finale as well. And we'll be back with... I think I might do an end of season special heading into season 10, because I did one of those a few years ago. It's always good to show you what's going on around the save and give you a more in-depth look. So I think what we'll do tomorrow, actually, so it'll be Friday, is we'll do an in-depth look at the save, especially in-depth look at the save, and then on Saturday morning we'll come back with the new season 10, with us ground sharing with Fulham at Craven Cottage. And of course, the transfer special, and a look at our Champions League qualification playoff tie as well. So thanks for watching. Have an awesome evening. What a great way to end a fantastic season. Much love. And I'll see you for the next episode, the special in-depth look at the save tomorrow. Bye.